We turn now to Congressman Jim Jordan, ranking member on the House Oversight Committee and a member of the Judiciary Committee, and he joins us from Columbus, Ohio. Congressman, as we've said, no one really has seen this report just yet. Can you actually claim vindication? A lot of Republicans seem to be seeing that here.
Well, we want to read the report first, but what I do know is that to date, not one bit of evidence to show any type of coordination, collusion, conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia to influence the election. So that's been we've sort of known that for a long time.
Or at least none that rises to beyond a reasonable doubt and can be prosecuted. Well,
understand this. When this thing all started, back in May of 2017, the Justice Department had already been looking into this issue. They started in 2016, late summer 2016, and all the way up until the special counsel was named in May of 2017, there was no evidence of collusion. Point either, because when we deposed Lisa Page, when we deposed Jim Comey, they both told us up until the point that Comey left the FBI, there was no evidence of collusion. Now, 22 months later, there still doesn't appear to be any evidence of any type of coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia to impact the election. We'll read the report and we'll see what it says, but that seems to be the facts as we know them.
So you no longer believe that the Mueller report is a hoax or a scam, as the president has called it?
I've not called it that. In fact, the president has let
called it that.
The president has let the Mueller report play out. Understand this, Margaret. Everyone got what they go back to May of 2017. All the Democrats, all the Republicans in Washington, D.C. said we need a special counsel. And they got the guy they wanted. They got Bob Mueller, the guy who everyone said is right next to Jesus, can almost walk on water. They got the guy they wanted. He now has his report, and it looks like it's not going to be the... You tried to file articles of impeachment
against the Deputy Attorney General who helped put him in place. So you have been a skeptic of this probe from the beginning. So do you now accept its findings and believe it has integrity?
Well, all I'm saying is the Democrats, when they now, it seems like they now think that this is not going to be the bombshell they thought it was going to be. So they're launching all kinds of new fishing expeditions. They bring in Michael Cohen, for goodness sake, their first announced witness of the 116th Congress. Michael Cohen, a guy who's going to prison in 6 months or 6 weeks for lying to Congress. They bring him in, and what does he do? He lies to Congress again. We think at least 7 times. So Jerry Nadler sends 81 letters to 60-some different people. So they're launching all kinds of new fishing expeditions to find more information because they're bound and determined to go after the president.
But Congressman, you know that, as we said at the beginning of the program, 34 people were indicted. 3 companies, aides, including the National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, campaign chairman Paul Manafort. They have admitted to breaking the law. So can you admit that this was not a witch hunt?
What was the central charge of the Mueller investigation? Special counsel investigation.
Any links to coordination between Russia and anything related?
It was to look at any type of coordination or conspiracy or collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia to steal the election. Remember what Adam Schiff said, we have more than circumstantial evidence to point to collusion to do just what the charge was, but we have not seen any of that.
But Congressman, because you're deciding to put aside those indictments and guilty pleas, it appears you're picking and choosing this when you're picking the outcome you like and looking away from the ones you didn't.
No, I'm not. Those people, they did things wrong and they're going to have to pay the consequences for that. We understand that. But that wasn't the charge of the special counsel investigation. It was to look at that one fundamental issue. We'll read the report and see what it says. But all indications are that there is and I've seen no evidence. Now, almost 2.5 years of them investigating, I've seen no evidence of any type of coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia to impact the election. And neither of you.
Well, but that's not the question, as we're waiting to see this report. But more broadly, I mean, for Americans, should they look at this? And while, yes, there's no indictable offenses that we have seen yet from the special counsel related to the Russia probe or the allegation of conspiracy with Russia, there are all these instances that ethically look questionable. The president's son agreeing to meet with Russian intermediaries to get dirt on Hillary Clinton, a number of different things along the way that came to light in the course of this investigation, not disclosing to primary voters that the president was seeking business deals in Russia. Do those things morally sit right with you?
Look, we'll read the report and we'll see what the special counsel has to say about that.
Well, those are things we already know, and I'm asking you ethically, morally.
Here's what I know about the president. In 2.5 years as President of the United States, we have seen regulations cut. We have seen taxes reduced. We have seen the economy growing at an unbelievable rate. Unemployment in 50 years. No, I'm telling you the truth. I was with the president last Wednesday right here in Ohio, and I saw the response he got from citizens in our district. The people lined up on the streets cheering him because
but those specific
we now have Gorsuch and Kavanaugh on the court.
You feel ethically are fine with you.
I'm saying that wasn't the charge of the special counsel investigation. We're focused on Mr. Mueller's report. And I hope it's made public. I hope Bill Barr he said he's going to follow the law, make as much public as he can in consultation with Rod Rosenstein and Bob Mueller, and we will read the report. But what I do know is it's been an amazing 2.5 years under the president's leadership, and I think the American people appreciate that. And I know the central charge of the special counsel investigation was to look at collusion, and there's been zero evidence of any type of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia to influence the election. Other things that have happened, people who've done things wrong, they're going to be held accountable for that. That's the way it's supposed to work in this great country. And but on the central issue, no evidence whatsoever.
Congressman, thank you very much.